Good evening, race fans, and welcome to BSTV. We are live for the V8 Supercars Strength of Field race from Watkins Glen Cup. It's not a completely selfless ask. This is in order to promote the start of season 15 of the V8 ESC, sponsored by Simability League, which will start on the 22nd of this month. 1 week and 1 day from today. It's a Saturday evening race. It starts at 7 p.m. UK time. Adjust that for whatever your time slot is. Out of season 15. We haven't got anything on the screen at the minute because we're waiting for the session to run and launch in iRacing. And I've got my own technical glitches tonight because I can't hear myself or anything on my stream at the moment. So I am joined in the booth by Clyde Whiting. Good evening.
Good evening, Pete. Good evening, race fans. Hope you're all going to enjoy this V8 session. Looks like we are going to go official. We got a few names in here, Pete, that we know, and quite a few that we don't. So I think I will apologise on behalf of both of us for our shocking pronunciations of names that are not John Smith.
Yeah, absolutely. We're gonna struggle with a few tonight, I think, Clyde. We are gonna look at what the championship looks like at the minute in a second. But for now, we're gonna look at this picture here. Because this is what they're all going to be racing for in the next few months, Clyde. It's the trophy on the left, of course, the Season 15 Champions Trophy for Simability V8 ESC. It's nicely made firewood, really, isn't it, if you want to take it that way?
Yeah, it is actually 17 foot tall.
Yes, it is.
So expect it to come on a lorry.
Uh-huh.
We have had various suggestions on what you can do with them. If you're a multiple champion, you can make your own Jenga set. We've had a door wedge was another one. I can't remember. We had quite a few the other night, didn't we?
We did, and if you wanted to keep the house warm in the winter, you just set fire to them, apparently, so
Yeah.
it's fine. The ones on the right are for the other league, the TCR league. But we're not talking about that tonight, we're talking about V8s, folks. So you hopefully saw the video on the way into this broadcast. We're waiting for another 3 minutes now for the official session to launch. In our league at the moment, if I can just find our league at the moment, we have quite a few sign-ups already. So there's 27 signed up, Clyde. A lot of returning names, but some new ones and some that are in the session this evening for this Strength of Field race. So we've got Jeff Saunders. He's in there tonight as a new driver to me anyway. I don't know whether you've seen Jeff before. I don't know. Definitely new to me though.
Yeah, he's not one that I've heard of, to be honest.
Right. Okay. And then I've got Henrik Benz. He's in the session. I don't know about Juan Alberto Escobar. I didn't see him at that point in time. Who else have we got? Anybody from the actual league in there that's new? Nope. But there's quite a few returning names in that session at the moment. It's not often these official race sessions for V8s go official, is it, Clyde? It's a rarity these days.
That's very true. Yeah, we did do an experiment, didn't we? Probably a few years ago now, where just broadcasting these official races. I think we took it from something like 5, 6, 7 drivers to actually getting 2 splits.
Yep. That's exactly what it was. At the minute in the race session, it looks like we have 22 drivers ready to join. Everybody's queuing for the next 2 minutes before they can join the official race session. But there's 5 split outs of practice sessions, and yeah, it's looking pretty healthy at the moment.
Yeah, it certainly is. And it's, as we all know, it's a quirky car. I think that's a nice way of putting it. However, I think if you talk to people that drive this regularly, it is a very rewarding car when you get it right. and a very frustrating car when you get it wrong.
Yeah, yeah.
And for those out there that have never driven it, or only had a couple of minutes in it and gone, no, I don't like this. It's a car you've got to stick with. You will get better. Me and Pete are exceptions to the rule. But it rewards time, effort, and practice. Uh, and there's no better place to learn how to drive a car properly than in a friendly league surrounding with plenty of drivers that will give you as much help as you can possibly absorb.
Yeah, absolutely. And whilst it says TCR on the screen at the minute, just while I'm doing background stuff, so you don't have to see it, folks, waiting for the session to launch, etc. V8 ESC has been running now for 15 seasons over... how many years is this? 6 or 7? 7 at least. This is probably the most well-established of all of the leagues. As Sledgehammer 44 says, I need prayers. Clearly he's in the session because he's about to die. But yeah, running for 7 years, very well established, high level of pedigree, many champions along the way, and we've seen the evolution of lots and lots of drivers in terms of starting out Crashy and Ivan on the chat there. He's happy that we're back. So yeah, it's race sessions going. 19 in session at the minute, and just let me launch this. Hopefully I've got... right, and it wants me to choose a car. I'll go Mustang, even though I can't do anything with it.
Yeah, that's just to sit in and commentate.
Yeah. Stay away from walls, he says. Need to stay away from walls. This is Watkins. There's only a couple of walls. Oh, no, there's quite a few, actually. Yeah, fair enough. So Ivan Batman's... it was Ivan that went stealth mode, wasn't it, that time?
It was, yes.
Yeah, that was funny. So yeah, lots of pedigree, lots of history. We've got broadcasting streams that go back many years. Go and have a look at some of them. Some of them are hilarious. Obviously, we are consummate professionals, aren't we, Clyde? When we're broadcasting,
without a doubt.
Yeah.
People should be able to tell that already.
From the screen that says Pete's brain has backfired. Of course, yeah, why not? But yeah, we are at Watkins Glen Cup. It's the short version. It's the one that you see the NASCAR's doing. The one that gets to the bottom of the carousel and then shoots straight down to the top of the boot and back to the start-finish straight in the pit lanes. My session is just finishing loading, so we should have some footage in a second. But I've got no sound again, so I'm just going to go and find my sound. Windows updates are wonderful, folks. When they work. When they don't, not so much fun. Playback. There we go.
Yeah, Watkins Glen. Let's talk the track. It's a Marmite track. Some people like me love it.
Yep.
Some people absolutely hate it. I've always found that it's a track that's whatever layout you go on, and this one is probably the most simplest of the layouts, but whichever layout you go on, it's quite an easy track to learn, which is always something that I struggle with. But I say for me, easy to learn, but difficult to drive quickly. I can't even remember what car it was in now, but I remember many years ago, first starting an iRacing, and I could get around Watkins Glen safely. I wasn't particularly quick. And I'll throw out a name from the past. I had a coaching session with a guy called Gary Feekins.
Oh, I remember Gary, yeah.
And literally in 10 minutes knocked something like 3 seconds off of my lap because of the undulations and the twists and the turns. I was just being too cautious. I thought I was going as quick as I possibly could, but I wasn't.
Right, okay. Right, then let's see if I've got anything for this broadcast on live channel at the minute. Right, let's see what happens. I've got a huge delay, folks, between what's going on OBS and what YouTube's processing for some obscure reason. No idea why. I'm going to go and find a better camera than that, though, for if it does beam through. And then I'm going to see if we've got any sound on this broadcast. happens. I've got a huge delay, folks, between what's going on OBS and what YouTube's. No, I've got no sound on many things at all at the minute, Clyde.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I can't hear the cars though. That's a bit of a disappointment. Give me a minute and I'll try and sort this out.
Are you saying we won't be able to hear the crashing?
There is that danger, yes. The only thing I can think to... Oh, what's that doing? Aha. This might be the reason. I might be wrong though. No, that's not done a single thing. Let's see. This is a bit perturbing. I don't appear to be able to get any sound out of iRacing at all. It might be that I need to do something completely different. It's definitely an OBS issue. I don't know. What should we do? Should we drop the broadcast for a minute and then rejoin it?
Yeah, we can do.
Yeah, because it's no fun without the sound. So we'll be back very shortly, folks. I lost the stream completely. I lost the stream completely. Oh, no, I'm back. Whee! Right, okay. We're back, Clyde, and we've got sound, so it's all good.
Excellent.
Yay.
That's what we like to hear.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see if there's anybody still on track. We're back, Clyde, and we've got sound, so it's all good. Right. Right, I don't need to hear myself, so that's good. So I've turned off the stream noise. Right, let's go and find some cars to look at. Right, there's not many left on track. They're just finishing qualifying, so we've not really lost much. Christ, that's loud now. Gee whiz. Do you know what? Windows updates are just the worst thing in the world.
You know it.
Yeah.
Especially for sound.
Yes. I don't know why, but every time you get a Windows update, it absolutely knackers you. Well, that's a nice paint job. That's different. This is a chap called Brian Topping. Let me put some graphics on the screen. That'll help everybody, I think. Fine, I've got some graphics to put on the screen. Maybe I don't. It's different. Telling me that this isn't working either. Oh, I know why.
Right, well, I've managed to sort out my trading paints. So that's a good thing.
Okay. I'm busy trying to figure out my... What have I just loaded? I don't know. This is just a typical BSTV broadcast, folks. Don't worry about it. This happens every time. And if I do this, does that do anything? Yay! There we go. We got people, Clyde. We got people.
Excellent.
Right.
So I'm just going to throw it out there whilst you're playing with whatever you're playing. If anybody can give me any suggestions, so one of the things that we do is Pete streams what he's seeing to me via Discord. And up until, I'm not going to say recently, up until 6 months ago, it worked perfectly. However, now the stream to me is very blurry. I can't read any of the writing. I know it's not Pete's end because I had the same issue on Wednesday and a fellow commentator could see it perfectly. So it's not something Pete is doing wrong for a change. It's a setting at my end and I have no idea what settings to play with. If anybody has any suggestions, please let me know.
So, we've got 16 cars in the session. No, we've got 19 cars in the session. 16 have put times up. At the minute, Kevin Bellens is the fastest car on track. He's got a monstrous high rating, Clyde. 6,000. Oh my God. What a craziness. Full name. We're going to go full name. Yes, we are. So, you can give out position number 15's name. That's all yours. That like.
Can't even see position number 15's name. So unlucky for you.
Oh man, I'm doing all the grid and everything. Damn it. Right, fair enough. Fair enough. I'm trying to see if I can find their car numbers. There's car number there. Let's do that. And then we'll do something else. Right, okay. Looks like
Am I
we're going
allowed
to go...
to swear in the chat?
Probably, why?
Excellent.
Grid. Right, here we go. So Kevin Bellens will lead us away. As the pole man for tonight, Sam Shreves goes off second. Bob Woodhouse, a BSTV NQR driver, goes off third. Ant Woodward, a teammate of his, off fourth. Andre Castro off fifth. Tony Clouston off sixth. Jamie Cutting off seventh. Bram Dubois off eighth. Alexis Vico off ninth. Ivan Bowman's off 10th. 11th will be Owen Bull. 12th will be Brett Edwards. If I press that, I should get 13th is Mick Lord. 14th is Brandon Topping. Zamfir Radu Olympiou goes off 15th. Just annihilated that one. I practiced that as well. 16th is Gareth McNew. Jeff Saunders, Mr. Jeff Saunders, goes off 17th. 18th will be Joshua Cahoon. And Ryan Middleton, who is also in our V8 ESC League, will go off 19th and prop up the field, Clyde.
Yes. Couple of interesting things before the lights come on. It's a 40-lap race, and I've just noticed that the very quick Kevin Bellens is in the Never Quit Racing chat.
Is he really? Stealthing the league. So we're waiting for 3 drivers to join. This is quite a healthy strength of field race, this, Clyde. It really is.
Well, yeah, it's amazing what a broadcast can do.
Isn't it just? So we've got their names up in, well, white and black background. So it's all to race for. We will have a pit stop in this, I think, don't we?
I would have thought so, yes.
Yeah,
the lights are coming on.
Here we go. We are go for the strength of field race, and Kevin did not go. And who's that? That is Bob Woodhouse. Oh, and there's a big crash in the background.
13 in the background.
Who's that? Brett Edwards. Brett Edwards has had to reset the car. Let's go back to the racing though. And Bob Woodhouse is flying for NQR.
The first 2 didn't go, really.
No, they both bogged down. That's Tony Clouston and Ant Woodward in the new Simability blue for Europe and yellow for America.
Interesting.
Yes.
Okay, so
and here comes Kevin, by the way. Or there was Kevin. He's gone really wide at the bus stop. So there's a few drivers with obscenely high I ratings, Clyde. This chap is one of them, Andre Castro, 6,500.
Currently in second place.
Yeah. Alexis Tapievico, he has 5,000 I rating. Kevin, we've already mentioned, who's here in the Rockstar car. Mick Lord. In fact, there's nobody with a shabby I rating. This shadow car here is Mick Lord, and he's over 3k.
I think maybe we need to join these, Pete, and bring this SOF down a bit.
Yeah, no, we could dilute this easy. We'd bring it down by at least 1,000. David Ayres, good evening, and Gary. Gary on the chat.
Very clean so far. We just had that one accident at the start that still don't know quite what happened. Although we've got somebody else in pit lane, Jeff Saunders.
All right, let me figure out what happened to Jeff.
Don't know what happened there.
So, oh right, he's just driven in and then drove out. He's got. Is he what? I don't know what happened here. Just give me a second. So he's gone round the last couple of corners.
No, it's not an accident.
No, he's just driven in. That's it.
No, I've been in the pits here accidentally. Losing it on the last corner.
No, he was very controlled and just entered pit road of his own volition and boxed the car, so I don't know why. Right, here we go. We've got some...
oh, dear.
Who's that? Ant Woodward, has he binned it? Oh, there he is. Yeah, that's terminal. Let's have a look at that. We do like a good rage quit, don't we? We've not seen one for a few months, actually. Let's see what happens here.
And we'll probably
he got tagged
now.
Yeah, he got tagged by Kevin.
Yeah, and there's no stopping there, is there?
Not really. You're a passenger all the way into the wall there.
bumper physics, brilliant.
Yeah. Welcome to officials, folks. You don't get this in league racing too much. You do get it every so often, obviously, but this is what officials are all about. Right, at the very front, Bob Woodhouse. He's trying to check out as quick as he can. He's being chased down by the superfast Andre Castro at the minute in that iRacing red and blue car. Thanks to Gary Craig for his IT support, by the way. Turn it off and turn it on again. Knob. Anyway, Tony Kloosterman is in third at the minute. Bram Dubois, a sister team of Simability NQR, is behind him.
Yeah, and nearly lost it.
Nearly lost it, yeah. Nearly losing it's a feature of the V8 though, right?
Yeah, well, nearly losing it is quick.
Yeah, well, yes, actually, that is absolutely right. So these are cars with no ABS, no traction control, a spooled rear differential that just wants to spit you out left or right. It's not. It doesn't mind really, does it, Clyde?
No,
either will do. Either will do.
Yeah. It will even spit you out forwards.
Yeah, if you're lucky. If you're lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's some battles going on in the lower order here at the minute. Some nice paint jobs going around here, actually. And this is just trading paints, folks. This is not what we run in our leagues. If you want to go to our leagues and look at Backfire Simsport TV. This league that we are promoting tonight will start on the 22nd of June, a week tomorrow, where we are at Fuji for the first round to align with the officials for next week. We are on selected days, selected Saturdays to race. We've got a multi-format league running, which is a 20-minute, no it's not, yeah it is, isn't it? 20-minute, 40-minute for a standard week. So a 20-minute sprint race, 40-minute feature race for a standard week. And then a, what did we say? A 90-minute endurance, was it? I can't remember.
Yeah, I think it was, wasn't it?
Yeah. But this is a very close battle here with 3 cars in it. I'll put you a track map up and a battle box. It's a very fast track here at Watkins Glen. So these guys are permanently on the limit, pretty much. That was Sam Shreves making his way through there on Jamie Cutting. And Kevin Bellens is away at the races and heading off now after the 5K of Alexis Tapiavico, Clyde.
Yeah, I'm just watching the front two at the moment. Bob Woodhouse did pull a little bit of time over Andre Castro, but Andre seems to have settled in now and is very slowly reeling Bob Woodhouse back in. So wouldn't surprise me if we get a battle for the lead shortly. And I think if those two are side by side, we know in these cars, as with many cars, you get 2 side by side and it just brings everybody else back into play.
Yeah, absolutely right. And it happens quickly in V8s, doesn't it? And he's closing rapidly through the bus stop here. We're on board with Andre now. Ant Woodward's rage quit has resulted in him being in the YouTube chat, by the way. So
yeah,
feel
I don't know
free
if
to
that's
review.
good for us or not.
Well, yeah, who knows?
Maybe Ant can give us some inside information on when we're expecting a pit stop.
Well, how would he know? He's not there.
Well, he doesn't usually get that far, but obviously the team would share information with him on the off chance that he made it for the pit stop.
They want to make him feel involved, don't they?
Exactly, yeah.
Participation award. This is now the closest battle on track for first place here, as Andre tries to hunt down and overtake Bob Woodhouse, the most handsome man in the NQR Europe team.
Oh, without a doubt.
Yeah.
I would have Rob's babies.
Yeah.
Oh, we've actually got Mr. Woodward in the interview waiting room. Shall we drag him in for a bit of fun?
Let's have that.
And Woodward, welcome to the booth.
Evening, boys.
Evening.
Cracking race there. Tell us all about it.
Fantastic. Brilliant start.
Tell us about your 5 seconds of fun.
I think I passed through the middle of 2 cars off the line into 3rd place. Just fantastic. That's Bob's mate, by the way.
Is it?
Yeah, funny that, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
What are we trying to say here?
Oh, I don't know. He
It-
obviously didn't see me. No one
No, it was
intends. No one intends that. It's just
no.
just
It's
my
an
luck, isn't
hip
it?
check, and yeah, there was no stopping that once it had gone.
Let this not be the way the whole season goes, eh?
Yeah.
No.
You don't score points for this one in the league, so that's what matters the most, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, it's all about the broadcast, so just waiting
Yeah.
to-
See right. So, shameless plugging. Electric bikes. Where should people go?
Oh, I'm not doing it now.
What
No
do you
worries
mean you're
about
not
that.
doing it now? Who am I going to plug now?
No. Long story, Pete. I'll tell you off.
Fair enough.
Off broadcast.
Right. fair enough.
Answer to your
Okay.
question, lap 17 is the window for the pit stop. That's when
Right.
it opens. It's
Okay.
quite late. Got to look after the tyres here. So lap 17, probably more like 18, 19.
Right. Okay.
These drivers that we've not seen in V8 ESC, any of them you know, and anything you can tell us about any of them?
Yeah, there's a few. So Jeff Saunders, he races Lotus 49s, very good driver.
Right. Yeah.
Um,
On screen in a
there's-
minute. Yep.
Yeah, Bob's mate, obviously, who normally races GT3.
Yeah.
And it's just shown us why we don't race GT3s.
Yeah. Kevin. Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Ooh.
he's incredible. He had fastest lap in practice. I
Right.
mean, he is fast immediately in the car that he doesn't normally drive. It's very impressive.
Right.
I've been doing
Okay.
this 11 years and I still can't.
To be fair, this car basically is a GT3, but without steering, brakes, suspension, downforce, and any other little driver aids that GT3s have.
It's got a massive spoiler on the back. I don't know what you're on about.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Doesn't do anything.
It doesn't do anything. Brett Edwards is in the chat saying clearly left a great impression for his first time in the series. He smashed the wall faster than you did on that occasion, which is impressive, isn't it? Really, I mean, let's face it.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Easily done though.
Oh, yeah.
But don't.
Well, the
don't
cars are
let that put
fragile
you
now
off.
as
Yeah,
well,
they
so
are like glass.
just the first hit probably finished me off before I even coasted into the wall. So
Oh dear. Well, it's good that you can laugh about it.
And how's
I know
the
there's
beautiful
no
Stacey these
intention
days?
there. Yeah, gorgeous as ever.
Excellent.
Good stuff. Good stuff. We've got quite a few battles coming up now, so
I was going to say there's a race going on, boys.
yeah. I
Yeah,
know.
and I should just add to that. That's Ant's wife, not Stacey, that's on the chat, because
Oh.
he definitely isn't gorgeous.
Oh yes, Stacey Boyd. Yep. Why is he not racing? Why is Stacey not racing? Never mind. Okay. Well, we'll.
Kevin's under pressure now. That's Sam Shrevers. He's
Yeah.
only just got in the car as well.
Really?
It's so impressive to see these new people. It's impressive and
Am I allowed
depressing.
to hate them? Am I allowed to hate them? Is hate okay?
Yeah,
They
It's-
shouldn't be able to
it's
jump
impressive.
into it. Yeah, it is very impressive, actually. Yeah.
slightly demoralising, but very good to see. It's only been 7 years, Pete.
Yeah, I know. We were saying before, it's taken us 7 years to be this rubbish, and then these guys just hop in and do fastest laps and all sorts. Stacey Boyd's still at work. You got that planned wrong, Clyde.
Yeah, that's not good. Hopefully, Ant, some of these drivers that have not signed up for the league will watch this broadcast back, and maybe even join up, and we'll see a bit more and learn a bit more about them.
Yeah, it'd be really good to get some extra entries from this. It's fantastic that you're doing it. I'd really love to see it.
Sorry, big crash. Anyway, so who got away with that one? Sam Shrevers got away with it. Kevin nearly got away with it, but not quite. And who was the other one in that? I don't know now. No, not you. I don't know anymore.
Oh yeah.
But
Look at the I rating on Andre.
I know, it's obscene. Andre, 6,500 nearly.
Yeah,
Just
and
pushing
he is,
Bob now.
Ooh, he's ploughed that corner though.
He was right in Rob's boot for a little while there, but that little mistake has just dropped him back.
Yeah.
It's easy
I've
to
got
overheat the
somebody in
tyres
pit.
when you're following.
Yeah, you got 2 in the pits at the minute. We've got Jamie Cutting and Kevin who have joined pit road.
That must be for damage, surely, because
Yeah,
that's
they were in the
too
crash.
early. Yeah.
Sam, who was in that crash, has managed to get away with it. And he's still in a fairly unmolested car. This is it. So Sam sends it down the inside here nicely, and then Kevin's not got anywhere to turn. And then everybody's got into Kevin. So.
The third car there was just an innocent bystander.
Yep, he was just collecting everybody, wasn't he? So got to catch them all. It's like Pokemon. You staying with us then, young Ant, or are you going?
I'll sit here quietly if you want.
Yeah, you can offer up any kind of wisdom because we've not got any.
I'm just watching Andre catching
well,
on the back of Bob there. He's in the draft, so...
Yeah, he keeps catching him, but he can't do anything when he gets there. Is there like a massive aero wash with this car, or is that
That's
just
the thing.
the driver's excuse?
No, it's really easy to overheat the fronts. So you're following, you get a tiny bit of aero wash, and it just generates heat, and that's sort of perpetual. So tough.
And setup in this car around this version of this track, does it account for much or not?
Yeah, I think there's some magic to be had because
there's
a lot of it's just mostly turning right. So yeah.
Okay, so we end up. Let's go on a lap here with Andre as he chases down Bob Woodhouse. So around the last corner, run it out to the left in third gear, get back on the gas as soon as you can and straighten the car up. As Ant pointed out, if you get any kind of wheel spin or plough any corners, you're just going to drive heat into the tyres. Turn 1, get lots of curb on the right hand side and on the left. Don't go too far though, there's a slow down and off track out there somewhere. And then you're into the big S's going up the hill here. Get up through your gears, but don't upshift to 6th until you are on the flat and pointing in a nice straight line. He was in the toe there, and he's got a good toe here, Clyde. He's
here.
Yeah, he's hauling the mail. He's not going to try anything this lap, but he's going to get right on the boot lid of Bob Woodhouse there. Through the bus stop, third gear all the way through it, keeps your wheels from spinning up. Don't go into second, don't be tempted to go into second. It's death on all sides. And then around the bottom of the carousel there, run it as wide as you like, because there's no off-tracks that I can see.
The NASCAR
no off-track
line.
No off-track at all, right, okay. And then you're in the penultimate corner here. Another, this one you're holding 4th gear, and then run it out wide. That's a nice line, a bit wider than Bob was running. And then 3rd for this final corner, and then smash the gas. Get yourself in the toe of the car in front. You get a bit of pull on this, not as much as you used to, that's to be true. But then up and over the stripe and down back into turn 1 again.
Yeah,
he's
Andre
driving that beautifully.
So Stacey points out that Andre could be fuel saving and letting Rob do the work.
Can you
Well, now he's there. That aero wash thing won't be so bad. He's really right under the bumper now, so that he can turn a little bit underneath and sort of save his tyres in that position. But he's driving that, like he's showing his experience. You can see another thing he's doing is, as well as taking care of the rear, he's hardly turning the steering wheel.
Yeah, it's very finite movement. I mean, you want the car to rotate itself, and these things are a bit of a pig, aren't they, at times? But if you get the right setup and the right track, you can modulate how much input you're putting into that steering wheel. It shows how challenging this car is when people of 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6k are sat in the pits, Clyde. The car's a bit of a beast, isn't it? It'll snap and try and murder you at any given opportunity.
But that, and I'm sure Ant will agree with me, that is part of the fascination of this car. It doesn't matter if you drive the Ford or the Holden, they're exactly the same apart from the badges and a few little looks, but underneath they're exactly the same. And it depends on what sort of a person you are. If you're one of these that wants to get in a car and it's on rails straight away, then this car isn't for you. If you're one of those like me, and probably a lot of people that have driven the V8, you just want to master it, or you want to get some mastery over it. You know, you have to be a very special driver to fully master it. But you know, I was always right. What am I doing wrong? Who can I catch next? Who can I get some hints and some tips off? And I genuinely wanted to learn how to drive the car properly.
Yeah, and I don't want to put people off this car, because this car is the real deal. This is the car that if you can drive this, you can pretty much drive anything else on the iRacing service. You know, no aids at all, just you, some tyres and some tarmac, and you can literally feel what the car is doing all the way through it, even when it's about to destroy you. And there's no other car that I know of that feels like that. But people are put off because it is a challenge. It's a difficult car to master. But you see people like mastering this car and then going on to other leagues. Well, I don't know. I think Stacey might be right in that case. I think he's happy to sit there for now.
I think he thought he had a little bit more of an overlap there, but Bob didn't back out, and Andre sensibly did back out.
Yeah. You know, what's your opinion on the car, Anne, in terms of other people trying to drive it? Because we're not trying to appeal here just to people joining our league on a week tomorrow. We're talking, you know, to appeal to people who to join the car in the first place. I mean,
yeah, it's a problem. It's so rewarding because it's so challenging, and it really is. You know, and you can be I can be 3 seconds a lap off my teammates in a certain track if it's a long track. It's so you just think, well, I shouldn't be on track then. You know, other leagues use 107% rule and stuff like that for pace.
Yeah, they do.
But, you know, you can't really look at that in the V8.
Here we go again.
Now this looks like, ooh, right, okay.
Oof.
I think he's literally, not hoping is the wrong word, but he's trying to get alongside Rob and say to Rob, right, now you've got a decision to make. And Rob's decision every time is, I'm just keeping my eyes forward, mate, sorry.
The other one who said it's Bram, on Tony. Yeah. He'll want that.
Yeah, that's been going on for a while.
Yeah, it's been seesawing, that gap between those two. Tony's managed to gap him a couple of times, and Bram's now reeled him back in again. Tony's going to pit road though, so
Tony in the pits.
Yeah, that's split that one. And we've already got people in the pits and leaving. Owen is on his way out.
On lap 19, so
yeah,
quite late.
The window is open.
Right, let's have another look at this. These two aren't going to want to pit together, because pitting together in a V8 is a very challenging prospect if you're that close. Braking points can be very varied depending on what kit people are using. They're not all using Simucubes and things like that, and Husky pedals. Some of them are, you know, still back in the G9 whatever they are from the Logitech and Thrustmaster. So you've got to be careful pitting too close to somebody. I suppose anybody driving this car might have a good bit of kit, but it's not guaranteed, is it? Would you pit right under the boot lid of someone, on, or would you separate yourself first?
It's risky and it's tough here. I've had a 40-second penalty already this week.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Looks like Bob's coming in. Maybe?
Yeah, they're both coming in, right.
Yeah. Both.
And that's what I was meaning. That's what I was meaning there. So Bob was on the brakes a lot earlier. And Bram. And Bram's dropped in behind as well, right, okay.
We'll see now if Andre has been fuel saving.
Yeah, and we'll see what happens with Tony, because he was in third place. And let's see if he's managed to save anything, or has Bram been saving behind him. That launches Alexis Tapiovico into the lead, and this
Bram
is a bit tasty.
Sideways.
Yeah. Bram getting sideways, had to reverse up. That, in theory, will bring him out at least a couple of seconds behind Tony.
Yeah, right, where's Tony? Tony's coming around the last corner now. So we should start to see Mr.
Andre's jumped Rob in the pits.
He's jumped, yeah, jumped Bob.
and I'm almost convinced it was the journey down pit lane.
Right. Okay.
Because if you watch it, came into the pits behind Rob, but by the time they were almost at their pit stalls, he was alongside him.
Yeah, you can shift up and down the gears and trick it a little bit. Maybe he's doing something like that.
Yeah, look, he's actually ahead of him.
Yeah. And in his pit
Bob's
box
also really heavy on fuel.
Is he?
Yep.
Right. That's Sam Chavez into the pits. That leaves Alexis Tapiavico to continue on probably very worn and melted tyres. Do you change tyres, I'm guessing?
Yeah, every time.
Yeah. So that
it's
means...
covered by the fuel, so...
Right. So Andre Castro out ahead and staying ahead of Bob Woodhouse, and Tony is closer to Bob Woodhouse. Bram, though, he's quite a distance back now. That didn't work out well for Bram.
No, it's one very, very small mistake, and you can see what it's done to his race.
Bram's in that stage where he's trying too hard all the time.
Oh, do you think?
Yeah, definitely.
Right, okay.
He's incredibly talented, he just needs to do it.
Yeah. Ivan is picking up positions here, and he's already pitted the car, so I think he's going to get himself an I-rating haul, which is brilliant, as long as he can keep it on the grey stuff. He's up to 7th place, and in the top half of the table. Strength of field, I'm not sure what the strength of field actually is. Stacey says if anybody loves the Porsche Cup, this is the same thing on steroids. Which I think is a pretty good descriptor. Actually, Bob Woodhouse is catching Andre Castro.
I wouldn't be surprised to see Tony catch them both as well.
Right. And that was Bob Woodhouse with the fastest lap of the race. And that was a 1:08.54.
But do we think Rob is genuinely quicker than Andre, or do you think Andre is being very, very clever here and saving some of his stuff, let Rob burn all his out?
He might have short fueled as well if he beat him in the pits, so he might not, at the moment, see enough to finish. So,
Right then, our temporary race leader is in the pits, so he will hand the lead over back to Andre Castro, I'm pretty sure. Seeing as they're coming up to the penultimate corner now, I am convinced of it. And that, for me, is Bob Woodhouse closing again on Andre. Little bit by little bit, he was 400ths faster on that last lap. But you'll take anything in these cars, right?
Oh, definitely. Definitely.
Alexis is going to emerge from the pits, probably behind Ivan. Oh no, maybe ahead of Ivan. So Ivan will maintain that 7th place, and this could be a battle now. Sam Chavez. No, not Sam Chavez. Who is that? That's a car laps down, that one. It's not that one. No, it's not Jamie either. This is Joshua Cahoon. And Clyde has left the building. I don't know why. And has returned to the building. Is that your connection or what?
No, sorry, that was me trying a setting to get my Discord stream unblurred.
Ah, right.
That didn't work.
Fair enough.
just looking at the pit stop times. Andre was 21.6.
Yeah.
Tony was 22.1.
That's right.
And Bob 23.3.
Yeah, that's where it's lost for Bob at the minute, but he is closing on Andre.
Yep.
Andre trying to get as much toe as he could do there. off whoever that was towing round. Who is that? No. Oh, I'm on the wrong camera, that's why. There we go. Not sure who that was at the minute, but we'll go back to live running. So we've got a couple of lower order drivers behind these, so the field is split. The only cars on lead lap now are cars 1 to 8. So Mick Lord in the stealth car. I'd love to see that driven at night, that'd be hilarious. He is the last car on lead lap. Everybody else has been lapped already. And for me, Bob is definitely closing. I'm not sure what your thoughts are, Ant.
He is.
His last
I know
lap.
that feeling very well.
Yeah. He's having a good look. Well, he's showing himself in his mirrors. He's not going to do anything just yet. That's just a little too far back, and he's being very cautious on his tyres going around here. We are 30 minutes in, 31 minutes into this race. 45 minutes, isn't it, in these officials?
There's 40 laps.
40 laps.
40 laps, sorry. Oh, Christ. We're only just over
With
halfway.
15 to go, 14 to go. Yeah. Just try and put the pressure on now and get him to wear his tyres out.
Yeah,
He's, like I say, he's driving that so nice. You can see from the outside view it's set up so sweet on the back. He's steering that with the back end, you know.
Yeah. Which is the way you want to be, because it turns the car, gets you pointing in a straight line sooner, which means you can get on the gas earlier and then squirt off down the road without transferring too much heat into the rubber. He is very smooth onto the gas by the sound of the car. Bob just showing himself in the mirrors there, just letting him know he's there. Bouncing over these curbs. V8s seem to be okay on the bumps. There's other cars in the service that really don't like that. But Andre Castro, no stranger to winning races with an I rating of 6,500, leading this race. And then you look at Bob Woodhouse, and his I rating is obscene, isn't it? 5,000, you know, it's like, what?
Bob's ascended.
Yeah, very much.
You get to that point where you really, really learn how to drive these things, and Bob's definitely got it now.
Yeah. It's a really nice paint job he's got on there. I don't know whether that's one from current or previous, but that's a lovely Simability paintwork on that. Simability, obviously the sponsors for V8 ESC, and if I'm going to bore you with telling you when it starts again, then I beg no forgiveness whatsoever. Shameless plugging, that's why we're here. So V8 ESC will start on the 22nd of June, and we will start at Fuji. The race will be at 7 PM UK time, but we are in a European friendly time slot. It doesn't mean that we don't get Australians racing these, because we do, with us as well. But yeah, get yourself signed up if you like what you're seeing tonight. It's a wonderful car to drive. It's a wonderful community to join, very mutually supportive. Ant will be able to describe that for me, hopefully, when I've stopped talking nonsense at you. But it is a fantastic place to be, and a great place to learn how to drive any car, because this one's probably the most difficult one to master. And in terms of BSTV's community, what are your thoughts on it?
Yeah, fantastic. I mean, I thought he was going for
I
it
did
then.
too. That was class.
Yeah, Tony's the boss. He's our boss in the team, and he gives so much to the community, and just everyone's willing to help, because it's just that barrier to entry with the skill needed for this car. It's a bit different to other things, so you know, everyone helps each other out. A shout out to Adam Wright as well, because he's racing this weekend in Anglesey for real.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
I know he'd love to be here, but he's unfortunately got to do real racing now.
Who does that?
Yeah, I know.
That's so 1980. Oh dear. No, but he's sold all his rig and everything in order to fund that. So he's another driver that's started off in sim racing, got good at sim racing, especially these cars, and then transitioned it into real life racing, so he can throw his money away in a brand new way.
Yeah, love to see it. Might actually get down there because it's not that far.
Yeah. Well, we saw him when he came to Croft, and I thought you were at Alton with him, but
I was, yeah.
Oh, you were,
yeah.
right? Okay,
yeah.
That's cool. Yeah.
Took Evie there, so we didn't stay too long because
Okay, yeah.
she actually thought she was going to see a Taylor Swift concert.
I hope
She'd
that's
misread the situation.
spectacularly, by the sound of things.
Yeah, just a little.
Well, we've met Adam, and he does look a bit like Taylor Swift.
What, after some sort of crash?
If you're blind,
Well, yeah. Yeah.
I think they both complain about windy conditions.
I was going to say, are you talking about the legs here?
Shoes, I think. Feet. Maybe just a little toe. I don't know. I don't know. I don't understand.
He's looking, Bob.
He's looking there every lap. He just hasn't quite got the run out of the S's.
I know he's on. There's a couple of options for gearing, and he's probably on the shorter one of the two. So
Right. Yeah.
I'm trying to listen to him, but I can't tell if Andre's on a longer gear or not.
On board with Andre. Seems very casual, doesn't it?
Look at his steering wheel.
I know. It's,
That's the clue. Experience right there.
not too much opposite lock in order to straighten the car up and stop it spitting you out stage right.
He's active on the wheel. He's moving.
Yeah.
You know, you see him moving it quite a bit, but if you look at the overall movement, he's hardly putting any angle into that.
Yeah. Very impressive. He's almost
Very close to that wall.
Yeah, he's almost twitching the wheel through everything, isn't he? If you know what I mean. He's not letting it sit there, cooking the tyres for very long on the right-hand turns. Because that's the risk, isn't it? Let's have a look.
Letting it go out there so he's not scrubbing the fronts.
Yeah, running it nice and wide. Let's have a look at what Bob's doing in comparison. Not too dissimilar, to be honest. I mean, I know they are sharing the same bit of tarmac, so you can expect that, but just gentle touches to realign the car more than you would describe it as steering. That almost looked better than what we saw Andre do on the previous lap.
No opposite lock there.
No.
Just dead straight driving out the corner.
Yeah, I mean, later on sometime in the next 8 laps, he's going to want to get under the boot lid of that car. At this point, where he is right now, he needs to be nearer. But look at the overspeed he's got. Massive, and he's off the gas early.
He's on the rev limiter, that's the trouble.
Ah, is that what he's hitting, is it?
Yeah, he is on the shorter option of the two, and if you're in the draft, you bang the limiter about 3 times.
Right, okay, understood.
Next time they go into the carousel pit, go on board with Andre, and we'll see just where he's shifting.
Sure, yeah.
Because Bob did shift into 6th halfway up the carousel.
Yeah, just on the left-hand apex.
Right.
For Bob, which I thought was quite early for that. You can run 5th all the way to the outside wall.
Well, this is getting much closer on this lap. He's properly lining him up, I think. Andre's very good out of turn 1, isn't he? He gets that gap. Got good launch.
I'd say he's on the power a little earlier. He seems to break early a gap here, but then that early shift up, Bob hasn't quite nailed it this lap, but...
We'll jump on board again as we go up towards the bus stop. Aims at the wall, misses it, luckily. Or well calculated, sorry. And then... Ooh, that was a...
Bit of a twitch.
Yeah, the fronts didn't want to do that then, did they? Yeah, I mean... It all seems a lot more calm. It's like when the Stig's playing Learn Italian in his car and stuff like that.
Well, Bob's going to get a nice run here, I think.
Yeah, he's...
he was down low in that last turn.
Yeah, he wasn't carrying a massive amount of speed though, so he's not as close as he was last lap. Or maybe that's better, because he can close right up in this corner and get on the gas. Now, this is good. This is much closer from Bob. This is the closest battle on track. You can see the timing tower on your left, folks. That's why we're sticking with this.
Nice early upshift there.
Yeah. Much better. Don't know whether he's got it here or not. No, he's going to back out. He's already off the gas. So he's doing a bit of dress rehearsal, Clyde. He's just got to put it into the main act now.
Well, just the way he's taking that, I just don't think the straight is long enough for him to finish it off.
Okay. Alright, we'll watch him going up the S's and see at what point he upshifts to 6th on this one. He's got toe, so he's going to come to him quicker. So let's quickly jump on board here. We go over the stripe and then into turn 1. Deep dive here into 3rd gear to take the first turn. Bit wide there. Maybe not. Right. Holding it in 5th, and then 6th early, and very, very early. I wouldn't be doing that, but that's how his gearing's set, is it?
Yeah, it did seem early to me, but he's getting real good drive doing that.
Yeah, but as to Clyde's point, he's not near enough to actually do anything with it.
No.
You know, that's a bit like a dog chasing a car. When it gets there, it doesn't know what to do.
It looks to me as if he's losing time on that last bit of uphill, but then gaining it back once he's crested. But he really needs to be on Andre's rear end as they hit the straight for him to do anything with that toe.
Yes.
Well, Andre was as wild as I've seen him in the whole race there.
Yeah, and Bob's reeled right up to the back of him, but whether he can do anything with it or not, he's having a look, but it's not enough. So he's tucked back in again. Right, this is it now. He's got 4 laps, 3 laps after this one. So up the hill they go. Taking the curbs, taking the extra track advantage.
Here he comes.
Alright, he's gone defensive now, Andre. This could be it. Or not. So now the desperate defending starts. This could get very, very tasty. And Mr. Glusterman, who's sat in the background, patiently circulating around the track, he may be able to get something out of this.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to get anything on pace.
No.
But he might do with some inappropriate touching.
Yeah, I thought there was going to be some then, because Bob was hot into...
That was close.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, he was hot into penultimate corner there. I'm pretty sure it was code brown for Andre, seeing that Mustang approaching as fast as it was.
Nearly, it's time to go now because we're nearly there.
Yes, 3 laps.
Lap 37.
And Tony's time. Tony's matching these guys pretty much. 500ths slower last lap round than Bob. And here goes Bob.
Andre
Defence again.
Again.
Yeah. Right, and that's well out of shape.
Yeah, yeah. Bob just wrecked that chance.
He kind of did, yeah.
Got to let stuff cool down now.
Yeah, we've just had a crash. Let's have a look at this quickly. This is Joshua Cahoon. Cahoon. Oh, I've done that loads. Oh, stop copying my moves. So that's what happened to Joshua. Some time back, Owen did this. Into turn 1 here, he's going to over-rotate the car, is he? Over-rotation? Oh, no. Well, nearly.
It was a bit, yeah. And then a snap to the left.
The only reason I know that it would be over-rotation is because I've done that as well. Anyway, right, let's go back to live running. 3/4 of a second now separates P1 and P2. So Bob's going to need rocket-propelled equipment in order to do the last 2.5 laps and get back on to terms with Andre Castro. Jamie Cutting is that a drive of shame, Clyde? Can you check on that one? Oh no, he's boxing the car. He's boxing the car. It can't be.
Yeah.
So he must be out of fuel. Back marker's letting the head of the field go, which is excellent to see. And a big
Made
shout.
its way back quite nicely.
How did he hold that?
I don't know. It was like a buckaroo, wasn't it? That was a classic. That was brilliant. I loved it.
Okay, 2 laps.
Yeah. This and one more.
He's
and
there
then
again already.
That's pretty good. That's good pace.
Yeah.
I mean, all the V8 ESC drivers watching should be fearful now because Bob's showing just how fast he's got in this car. I mean, he's chasing down someone 1.5K higher than he is, and he's already high. It's just ridiculous. Tony Klusterman is still in 3rd place in the background there, and Bram is holding station really. Sam Chavez is somewhat further back. The other car in view was a back marker, and then Alexis Tapia Vico is a little bit further back still. Ivan is still on lead lap and still in 7th place and will still be elated, I expect, because he's about to bag himself a bag full of I rating. And then Mick Lord, similarly, quite high up and still on lead lap. So some guys doing a great job, Clyde, and showing just how you can drive these cars.
Yeah, definitely. And obviously onto the final lap with this front battle. But yeah, impressive from Ivan. That's been a keep your nose clean kind of race, and good things will come. I think maybe Bob has got, you would say, 1 chance here, maybe one more chance, but it's going to have to be a dive. I think Rob's sensible enough to go, do you know what, 2nd will do me tonight.
Yeah, it's a good haul of I rating either way, isn't it? So he's got to lick it and send it if he's going to do anything at the end of this little straight here. And it'd be an obscene amount of outbraking and from about 6 weeks back. So
yeah. And risks ruining a fantastic battle, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And we know Bob's not like that.
No, he's a good lad. So, over the line we go, and we are checkered, and our winner, Andre Castro, brings home the glory. 3rd and 4th is all sorted out. Where does Alex Tapia-Vico end up? 6th place for him over the line. And then Ivan. A nice, tidy, clean race. If he does similar in the V8 ESC series, he's on for a good haul of points, isn't he, Clyde? He'll do well.
He certainly is. Just currently watching Andre's celebrations.
Oh, all right, here we go. Donuts, is it, for Andre? Or was it for Andre?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Great racing.
Yeah, fantastic. Great
Thanks for having me, boys.
Not at all.
I'll let you close this out.
Yeah, thank you for joining us in the booth. Very insightful, as always.
Thanks for doing it.
Cheers. Thanks, Ant. That's Ant Woodward, everybody. And there we go. This is Zamfer Radu Olympiu crossing the line. 10th place, top 10's pretty handy in the company he's in, isn't it? For someone at 1.5k, Clyde.
Most definitely. And you know, same as with Ivan, especially the V8. You know, a lot of the officials, to be honest, if you can keep the car on the track, you'd be surprised what you can do. You know, you don't have to be lightning quick. You do if you want to win races. But you know, if you're in it, if you're an I-rating whore, and that's what you're here to collect, then you know, keep it on the track, and 99 times out of 100, then you'll get something out of it.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know why it's because I've got the wrong session loaded up. Ignore what it says at the top, folks. It's definitely V8. So your race results: Bob Woodhouse is in second. Why is first not showing? That's a bit weird. Oh, that's why.
Page up.
Yeah, page up. It's always the page up button, isn't it? Andre Castro took home the glory for this strength of field race on a Friday night in brutal anticipation of the V8 ESC series, which starts on the 22nd of June. Have I said it enough, Clyde, or not?
Probably not.
No, okay. Bob Woodhouse finished second, and Tony Kloosterman, his gaffer from the other team, finished third, so the podium positions all sorted. Bram Dubois finished in fourth. Sam Chavez finished in fifth, with Alexis Tapiovico in sixth place. Ivan Bowman's in seventh. Mick Lord finished eighth place. Brandon Topping in ninth. Zamfer Radu Olympiu finished in 10th, with Jamie Cutting in 11th. Jeff Saunders, Mr. Jeff Saunders, finished 12th. Joshua Cahoon finished in 13th, Owen Bull 14th. Gareth McNew finished in 15th. 16th was Kevin Bellens. 17th was Ryan Middleton, and Ant Woodward, who we heard from Rage Quit early on. But anyway, it was a pretty good race, actually. I've not seen a V8 race official that's run right to the wire there, Clyde, like that one did. Just a quarter of a second.
Yeah, I genuinely think that Bob lost that in the pit stop. It was just watching them come in, and the fact that, you know, they come in nose to tail, but then halfway down the pit lane, Andre is level with Bob, and then obviously stopping in his box quicker. Yeah, maybe there's a little trick going on there. Maybe Bob was a little bit cautious. I don't quite know what the reason is behind it, but I think, you know, it proved there that they were both very equal on pace, because the first stint, Andre couldn't or wouldn't get past Bob. The second stint, Bob couldn't get past Andre. So, yeah, to me, the pit stop was the game changer.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we've got some people in for interviews here. It seems only right that we speak first with Bob. Mid-sentence, always good. And Clyde, feel free to leave whenever you feel you need to. Bob Woodhouse, good evening.
Good evening, guys.
Fantastic performance. You absolutely nailed it off the line, and it was Kevin that didn't.
Yes.
You got the lead pretty early on, about 10 yards after the start-finish line, and then kept it nice and clean the entire race following that. Our thoughts are that it was the pit stop that let you down and put you behind Andre in the end. Otherwise, it could have been a different story.
Yes, yeah. I mean, straight out the gates, as soon as I saw the clear track in front of me, I just pushed as hard as I could to because I knew Andre's like 1400 I rating more than myself.
Yeah.
So I knew he was pretty talented. So I just tried my best to not let him get into slipstream range, but yeah, bit by bit, he just kept chipping away, and then caught up with me. And yeah, I mean, I'm pretty heavy on fuel usage compared to others in the team, and
Right.
yeah, and yeah, I just got totally jumped.
Right.
Definitely heavier than Ant, because Ant only used about a milliliter.
Yeah, I do feel bad for Anthony. Yeah, he was so
I wouldn't,
looking
mate,
No,
because
forward
he
to it.
blamed
it's
you.
fine. Yeah. He blamed your
Yeah, because
friend. He blamed your
yes,
friend.
yeah, because Kevin is yeah, one of my yeah, friends.
Yeah, according to Ant, you brought Kevin into this just to take him out.
Yeah, I was worried that yeah, Anthony was going to get one up on me.
Yeah, he said that money had exchanged hands as well, which it's always worrying. But
Yeah,
no, I mean
yeah.
that's a great performance. Are you bringing Kevin with you into V8 ESC, or is he already spoken for?
Yeah. I don't think he has yeah, other league commitments. He
Yeah.
races the Proto GT Challenge. So
Right.
yeah,
Yeah.
he's yeah, I mean it's hot. Yeah, I tried getting a few friends over, but yeah, he was the only one brave enough or dumb enough to take part tonight. I'm not sure which.
Right. Okay. Well, make sure you get me a signature. It might be worth something one day.
Just gonna pop this in here, guys, just as a bit of a challenge. But Andre Castro has just joined the Discord.
Oh,
Oh,
right.
excellent.
Nice. Okay, that's good. Hopefully, he can join us in here, and he can explain just how obscenely fast he is. Because he is, isn't he, Bobby? He
Yeah, yeah,
pressured
that was
you all race.
yeah, that was an incredible performance. I don't know how new he is to the car, but yeah, I've never seen him before, and to show up and put on a performance like that is yeah, is something special.
Yeah, very cool customer. We were looking at both your inputs, and you're both pretty smooth, to be fair. Not a lot of turning left to turn right, as Clyde normally says. But Andre was, very smooth, if you know what I mean. Worryingly so. If you were in a race with him, he was, probably listening to classical music or something. He was that calm. But anyway, V8 ESC starts on the 22nd of June, a week tomorrow. And you're already lined up with the rest of the NQR Europe boys and the NQR America boys. We're going to hear from Tony in a minute. On that note, are you looking forward to it? It's going to be. You've got some trophies to go for. Have you seen them?
No, not yet. But yeah,
right,
that does sound good.
Yeah. Okay. You got some wooden trophies.
Oh, would
Yeah.
nice.
Slight step up from the plastic ones of TCR. But less of a carbon footprint. We think. We're not sure. But you might want one in case you need any firewood anyway. But on a performance like that, I think that you know, when did your I rating get to 5k, by the way? Because that seems to have stealthed up quite quickly.
Yeah, well, it has been a while since the season was or the league was going, but yeah, I pushed through the last couple of seasons in the SOF and just kept chipping away. I've been getting up at like 1 o'clock in the morning to race the Americas to actually get a V8 race going.
Right.
So so I've been chipping away and doing reasonable at that. I managed to take the season overall last season.
Oh wow! Right. Okay. Excellent.
Yeah, it's I didn't expect it, but yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah, I would do.
But, and the I rating came with that basically.
Well, congratulations on both those points. Now all you need is the highly coveted V8 ESC trophy, because there is one now. You'll be able to die happy then, right?
Yeah. I mean, I felt I overperformed myself last year, finishing, I think it's third overall. Yeah. But hopefully I can battle around the top 5. But we'll see, because there's quite a nice grid forming for the league. So it'll be very interesting.
Let me have a quick look at where that sits at the minute. Simmobility Cup, we have 27 sign-ups. If you take Wobbly out of the equation, which everybody should, then it's 26. But that's still pretty good for the start of a V8 series on any hemisphere. It's not the most popular car at the minute, and I don't know why, because it's such a dynamic prospect for anybody. So it leads us to anybody you want to shout out to before we let you go and start practicing Fuji.
Yes, just big thank you to you guys for putting this broadcast on tonight. And yeah, big thank you to all the guys in NQR Europe and America, because yeah, we're all pushing each other just to do better week in, week out.
And that's the way it should be, right? That's how teammates
Yes,
work.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
fantastic watching your race tonight. It was a
Oh,
pleasure.
thank you.
And we will look forward to seeing you a week tomorrow
Yes,
in Japan, obviously. You've got to get your flight and everything, of course, haven't you? You know,
yes, yeah,
you
yeah.
get some sushi and things like that. You know, get in the culture of it. And then we'll see you on track at Fuji Race Circuit. Bob Woodhouse, everybody.
Yeah, thank you. See you then. Bye bye.
Right then, Clyde. One for you, shall we?
I'm just trying to sort something out
In that
for
case,
Andre on Discord.
yeah, of course, no problem. I will, in that case, bring in third place tonight, but showing very, very good form, Mr. Tony Kloosterman. Good evening.
Good evening.
It's been a long time since I've heard your dulcet Canadian tones. New paint job, yellow and black, like it, very nice.
Yeah, I want people to be able to see me this year.
Well, yeah. Just let me take my shades off a minute. Yeah, go ahead.
Just before we get started, Andre Castro is looking for voice access.
Clyde's sorting him out at the minute, so that's good.
He should have voice access. We don't block voice access for new members.
Okay.
So
I have just added him with the V8 permission, so maybe that was what was stopping him.
Apparently, there's a 10-minute wait. He has to wait 4 more minutes. So do one more interview.
Well,
I'll stretch this one out.
That must be a Sam thing.
Yeah, I think it probably is. It's to vet people. I do remember that coming into the league, because we had the odd person that turned up and we were like, oh no. Yes, that's a vetting timescale. So we can just talk for 4 minutes, Tony. That's fine, isn't it?
Sure. Okay.
Fantastic performance tonight, really. You were put under pressure by Bram for quite a long portion of the first stint, but then you schooled him in that pit stop.
Yeah, well, Bram made a little mistake at the S's.
Yeah, we saw it. We saw it.
And I think he hurt his car a little bit then, so it gave me a little bit of breathing room. I wasn't quite as fast as Andre and Bob, but was able to hold Bram off until I did exactly the same thing in the last corner. I kind of hurt my car with about 5 laps to go, and just nursed it to the end. But yeah, it was a great turnout today. It's wonderful what a broadcast will do for participation. So hopefully this is an indication of things to come, and people will join the league.
Yeah, let's hope so. If it certainly whetted anybody's appetite, it's whetted at least 2 or 3 of them in there. Because that looked great fun, to be honest. Official races can be very crashy, with people doing silly things, but this one seemed to be quite calm. It was a bit messy at the very start, but then once you guys got into your rhythm, because that's what it's about, isn't it? You read the behaviour of the cars around you, and especially in officials, you've got to work that out pretty damn quick, otherwise you end up in a barrier or a wall or in space, depending on what happens. But ultimately, you've got to work it out pretty fast, right?
Yeah, and the more we race with these people on the SOF races, and obviously in the league, you get to know them, and I think you build up a respect over time as well. So it doesn't become as messy as time goes on.
Yeah, no problem. Clyde's had to leave the booth for other reasons. We start the V8 ESC League on a week tomorrow. I might run another Strength of Field next Friday if we think it'll be worth it. I think it probably will be for Fuji. Have you raced much on Fuji? I know it's been out is this the 2nd season it's been around, or 3rd?
Yeah, I think we had 1 race there before. The teams did a little bit of practice last week. Mm-hmm. Bob's showing good speed. Ant was showing good speed. I was terrible. So we'll have to see how things go over the next week.
Yeah. Ant was showing good speed tonight for about 110 yards.
Yeah, unfortunate. Him and Kevin got together there, and yeah, that's too bad.
No, it is. Yeah, it's a sad one, but we hope for better fortunes for Ant and for all of the NQR teams in the V8 ESC a week tomorrow. But I might, I probably will run Strength of Field next Friday and see if we can drum up the same amount of drivers, if not more. Because you had 19 tonight. I think that's probably one of the first times I've seen it go official for quite a long time in the Euro slot. And you're right, throwing a broadcast at it seems to have a good effect.
Sure.
Great to see you back on track. Great to see that you've got such high performing quality. I mean, that's remarkable. You weren't far up behind Andre Castro and Bob Woodhouse, and I know you also have a dizzyingly high I rating, 5100. It's great to see you up there and competing at such a high level. Anybody you want to... No, not at all. Are you going to try and rope in Mary Jackson at some point? You got to sort him out eventually, right?
Keep trying. He says when the new cars come. So,
really?
That's like when Christmas comes, right?
Yeah, right. Exactly
So,
that. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's never going to happen in my lifetime. We're going to be on Gen 6 by the time that iRacing do the next generation of cars.
I know him and Mary are away this weekend. They're in the Watkins Glen area, actually. Doing a weekend getaway, and I think they got rid of the kids with the in-laws. So, maybe a third Jackson will be on the way.
Well, probably, yeah. So that's North New York, isn't it, Watkins? It's up that
way
somewhere. Yeah, okay. Well, it's been fantastic speaking to you. Always brilliant to hear your voice, and even more brilliant to watch you on track because you're such a talented driver. Tony Klusterman, everybody.
Take care.
Pete wasn't prepared for getting rid of Tony there. Right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to upset everybody, and we're going to bring into the booth newly inducted into our Discord channel, apparently, Andre Castro. Have you got a copy?
I do.
Hey, Andre Castro's in the room. Excellent stuff. You've just got me at the minute because my co-broadcaster has decided he needs to leave for other reasons. Let me get you on the stream. I don't know whether you've got the stream live. I don't even know if you knew that we were broadcasting this. Either way, you'll be happy to know that we did, and we caught all of your action live. You didn't get actually, it wasn't you that didn't get away. Kevin didn't get away at all. Bob Woodhouse got the lead, and then you shuffled your way very, very skillfully and carefully to the very front. You picked up, what was that? 2 positions, one gifted from Kevin, and then worked your way through to get in second place, and then chased Bob down. And you did it all in the pit stops, and then had to defend for quite a long time from him. Talk us through your race.
Yeah, it was pretty good race. I just tried to qualify as well as I could. Only 3/10 off, so I felt like I had a decent shot. I definitely didn't expect to get that good of a start, like compared to everybody around me. So that made things a lot easier. And then afterwards, I was just kind of able to stick with Bob. So that was good. I thought maybe I had a couple chances to pass him, but I don't think I really had quite the opportunity in the end. I knew the pit stop was going to be probably my best shot, so just made sure to go as fast as I could down the pit lane without getting penalized, and then just take as much fuel as I needed, but not anymore. And it worked out. So it was a good race. Just kind of decided I wanted to do it like 15 minutes before when I saw that it was going to go official, and I just took the base setup, which was decent, and just made it work. So that was a fun race. It was close the whole time with Bob, and he raced me really clean, and I tried to race him clean back. So I appreciate that from him, and it was really fun.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we're preparing for our league to commence a week tomorrow. I don't know whether, because the people you were racing with just there, Tony behind you, Bram behind you, Bob in front of you, and a few others littered through the field, such as Ryan and Ivan. They're all part of V8 ESC. We do this every so often just to try and drum up some more custom and get more people into our league if we need to. We've got 25 signed up. Don't know what you're like for Saturday evenings, but that's where we'll be on selected Saturdays. I know you're brand new to this, so I'll let you disappear off, chat to some people, digest it all for yourself. But it'd be wonderful having someone with your clear talent in our league. We were on board with you a lot, particularly when you were chasing Bob, just to see if you were fuel saving. We saw you off the gas early into the bus stop and a few other corners, making that pit stop work as optimally as you could for yourself. And
yeah,
I think you pulled a blinder, to be honest. You did a great job. Your inputs on the steering wheel were so careful, calculated, and gentle that there was no way that there was going to be any excess heat transfer into your tyres. So you're no stranger to the car. That's obvious. If you did that on baseline, I have to hate you. That's a good thing, by the way. But there's not many people who can just rock up on a baseline and dust an entire field of very experienced 5 and 6K drivers like that. So I doff my simulated hat to you. Anybody you'd like to have a shout out to before we let you go and consider whether you want to join us for our V8 ESC League?
Yeah, I want to thank all the boys in the Discord watching this right now. Elliot Budzinski, Jaden Conwright, Colin Brown, and Christopher Wetz, also known as Wetstifer. Thank you guys for watching. Shout out to all you guys for putting on the broadcast. It's really cool. I didn't know about this broadcast, but it's very high quality. I was just looking at it after the race. And yeah, it's really nice to be able to watch the race back with your guys' commentary. And yeah, I'm in the Discord now, so I'll be able to get some of the updates and hopefully, you know, I'll be around and I'll see you guys again.
Yeah, absolutely. It's, you know, if you ignore the first 5 minutes, because we had a Windows update last night, which absolutely destroyed all my sound settings, then everything else is fine. Yeah, we look forward to seeing you again. I'm probably going to run next Friday's Fuji official on the Friday, just to whet everybody's appetite, ready for our league race on the Saturday at Fuji.
Nice.
So if you're around, we should get the same or more. We used to run these Strength of Field broadcasts regularly, actually, in between all our league races, and it did a lot for V8s in the Northern Hemisphere on a Euro and American friendly time slot. It's not been the most loved of cars or series, I should say, for a long time now, and no sign of a Gen 3 car coming from the iRacing gods anyway. So we will make of it what we can do, because it's such a wonderful car to drive and watch, and you guys who pilot them are fantastically talented individuals, and we love having you in our booth. So we will look forward to hopefully seeing you race with us very, very soon. Andre Castro, everybody.
Thank you, Pete. Good to meet you, and yeah, thank you for the broadcast again, and hope to see you again soon. Thanks.
Right, next up, we've already spoken to Bob, so we're on to Bram. I don't know where Ivan went. It's a shame that Ivan left, but you know, just one of those things. Welcome into the booth, Bram Dubois.
Good evening, Pete.
Good evening. How are you doing? It's been a while since we've spoken.
Yes.
Hopefully you enjoyed that, because you were bolted right underneath the rear wing of Tony Kloosterman for basically the first half of that race, up until the pit stops. You had a bit of a wobble through the S's just before your pit stop. We did see it. It was an unfortunate one, but you showed certainly Ant Woodward how to race this track, seeing as he only raced it for about 200 yards. But yeah, great racing. You've obviously come on a lot. You must have done a lot of practice in the off season.
I just kept doing all the officials on the Thursdays and Fridays with the team. So
Right, okay. No.
Even though they don't go official, it's just the 4 of us or the 3 of us just banging at it. Lots of fun, actually.
Okay. Well, like I've just said to Andre, I'll probably run the Fuji one for next week, and try and attract more people to the V8 ESC League. We've got 25 sign-ups already, and you know, more is always healthy, right? If some is good, then more is better. Yeah, you pilot that car nicely now, very, very much in control. Given the fact that you had, what's that?
Bit of damage.
A bit of damage, and you're on about half the I rating, or less than half the I rating of the leader, and you still finished 4th. You must have picked up a bag full of I rating, right?
Yeah, a bit. Yeah, not that bad.
Not too bad. He's playing his cards close to his chest, folks.
62.
62.
Most shared with Ivan, actually.
See, I would speak to Ivan as well. So yeah, you two have done fantastically tonight. But yeah, it's great to see you back. Great to see you still as part of the NQR family, and of course part of the BSTV community. An absolutely fantastic addition to our leagues, and like I say, I'll be running the Fuji race next Friday as an official, and then of course we launch V8 ESC on the Saturday for everybody's viewing pleasure. Anybody you want to have a shout out to before we let you go and start practice probably for Fuji?
I would say my teammates here for still hanging up with me, you know.
Yeah.
They haven't regretted it yet, so
no,
it's good.
Nor should
or they didn't tell me. That's also possible. Well, it's good to have the league back now. Let's hope the officials carry a bit more people throughout the season, and maybe catch some more people to join the league.
Yeah, that would be good. Even if drivers can't do every race in the season, participation of any kind is good fun in a league race. Very, very different to officials. A lot more mutual respect and sportsmanship, because you've got to go back and race the same people in a couple of weeks' time, aren't you? So you know, it's one of those self-fulfilling prophecies that you get good racing, good close racing in league races, nice and safe. Lots of sportsmanship, where positions are gained in less than how should we say, appropriate ways. Then positions are given back in BSTV leagues, and V8 ESC is one of them. Yeah, it's a very exciting prospect, actually. Looking forward to a week on Saturday and seeing you guys piloting these monster machines, these absolutely unadulterated horsepower, huge horsepower monsters around these tracks. I used to race them. I was terrible. I'm nowhere near as good as Bram Dubois. I almost feel like I should be asking for your signature, Bram. But I'm going to fall short of that and see if you can get yourself some podiums this season, maybe even win some races. Let's see what can happen for Bram Dubois, and we will see you a week on Saturday. Bram Dubois, everybody.
Yep, thank you, Pete.
So, folks, that brings us to the end of our Strength of Field broadcast. I don't know how many times I need to plug the V8 ESC Simability sponsored V8 Supercar League that starts a week on Saturday, but that was one more of them. Hopefully we've attracted some of these guys to our league. Some of them are obscenely fast, so they've all got Simon Trendle to compete with. He is the current reigning champion of V8 ESC. And if you were wondering what it's all about, I'm about to play our promo video for you. Again, it was at the beginning of the broadcast, before all our sound gremlins, thanks to a Windows update. But if you really are attracted to this, then please find backfiresimsporttv.com. The address is in the video that's about to follow, and we hope to see you racing with us at some point very, very soon. We love you all. We love you for watching. We love you for participating. And ultimately, this is what keeps us going. It's a wonderful community. Please join in. Bye.